Hello everybody, Rugmoction here, and welcome to the Paldea United Draft League Weeks 3 and 4. In Week 3, we were fighting Photon Rain, or as I know her, Maylene. A very good friend of mine, and someone who I have known for quite a long time. She herself was playing in this as well. She drafted a pretty good team, and the team that she's rocking this week is Ogre Pawn, Teal, no mask, so she's just got regular Ogre Primarina, Cyclizar, Scizor, Flareon, and Blaziken. And Flareon being her Terra Captain this week, I do remember that. Her other two Terra Captains that she could have brought, she did not decide to bring. Meanwhile, on my side, if we go over to the team builder, physically defensive Tinglu, physically defensive Galarian Weezing, with Misty Surge here, Misty Seed Sneasler, so I'm running a Seed Unburden, offensive Articuno with Expert Belt, Terra Fairy, Choice Scarf for Rotom Heat, and Calm Mind, and a very greedy Calm Mind Cresselia. This was the week that I also forgot nicknames, so but let's just jump right into the game. So she starts Ogre Pawn here, as I just immediately overheat. And she's expecting an offensive Rotom, so she makes the Smart Swap into the Cyclizar, as I swap into Weezing. She does a good knockoff, knocking off my Rocky Helmet there. She swaps into Scizor. Unfortunately, I do not have Flamethrower, but she does make the or no, I had Overheat, that's right. But she does make the very smart double swap into Primarina. She's got Psychic Noise on the Primarina with the Liquid Voice, so that blocks my healing. But I just try to do a Calm Mind here. As she has Encore, so I was about to Moonblast, but with the Encore and the Leech Seed, I'm like, what is this Ogre Pawn set? She was actually a max health, max speed on the Ogre Pawn. Very interesting. With the last move, of course, being a Heavy Cudgel. But I get up some Stealth Rocks. But she does have a very good spinner in Cyclizar this game. But I tried to put up the pressure to where she cannot safely Rapid Spin. So I'm trying to put up the pressure to where she cannot safely Rapid Spin. I do wish that I was Terra Ground here on that, but she is also Terra Normal on the Flareon. So, she Flame Charges, and then she her Flame Orb, so Flame Orb Guts. Expecting that the, Ogre Pawn is her only hazard setter. I really do not need Weezing this game. So I just sacrificed a lot of Weezing's health there, because a lot of my other mons are more important this game to me. But right now, I'm just gonna kind of do a rotation of Stealth Rocks into Earthquake. I actually double Earthquake there, because nothing on our team really does want to take the Earthquake except for this Ogre Pawn. Here though, I'm just kind of trying to sack off Weezing. Or no, I use Weezing to get up the speed for Ogre Pawn, or not Ogre Pawn, for Sneasler, to try and outspeed. Because right now, right here, I'm trying to set up for an endgame, or at least one to where I have off a lot of damage. So I use the Misty Seed to get off a good amount of damage onto her team. Taking down the Ogre Pawn does also free up my Tinglu to really be able to just click Earthquake. But with offensive Articuno, because also she does not have Stealth Rocks, I was able to run the Expert Belt. But Scizor does get up a Swords Dance, so as well as a Trailblaze, and I was like, oh, this is scary. But thankfully, it was more than low enough for a Tinglu to be able to tank it and fire it up back with the Earthquake to take it out. The Body Slam, trying to get the paralysis, kind of cool. And then Blaziken comes in, reveals that it is special. And I make the very big misplay here of... actually, I thought that it was physical, so I thought that I'd be able to tank its moves a lot better. So that's why I kept on Moonblasting, because I was physically defensive. However, because she's special, I was not able to take the moves as well as I thought I would be able to. As Blaziken just kind of pretty much cleans up the entire game. And one thing that I actually kind of point out that was very unfortunate this game, if I go back to here, at close combat, it does drop my special defense. However, that was a roll. That was a very small chance for that to KO me, so... Unfortunate. So, you know, she played that game in very well, trying to break through my team with the Sword Stance Trailblaze Scizor. I was not expecting that. Thankfully, you know, it was low enough to where it did not get the ability to run through my team. But, you know, Blaziken just ran through my team, so, you know, Blaziken being one of her favorite Pokemon, kind of fitting that, you know, she was able to get off a sweep with that. But, you know, losing right now, at this point, I would be 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses. So, you know, I really gotta focus up. I really gotta try and play my best. And our next opponent is Pandemonium. And this set, or this week, I was doing dirty. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I clicked week 5. Whoops. That was the wrong week. Here we go. This is the correct week. I'm like, wait a second, that's not the sets that I ran. Okay, so now that we're actually correct, we're instead fighting a red shirt. He's got the Meowscarada, Dracopult, Salazzle, Zapdos, Great Tusk, and Jirachi. This week, running Covert Cloak, Tinglu to try and deal with Jirachi. Trick, Flame Orb, Latios. This was also just a very supportive Latios this week. The attempt was to... Actually, I forget who I was trying to trick Flame Orb onto. Simple Vaporeon. Life Orb Articuno. I decided to be very, very ballsy, running Life Orb Articuno, focusing on Wheezing to be my hazard removal, in the chance that I needed it for Articuno to be able to come in. But with Terra Ground, if I do get the Terra off early, then I don't have to worry about Stealth Rocks at all, because then I'll resist it. And then I've got Endure, Lychee Berry, Sneasler this week. So I'm kind of trying to like play into the fact that, like, you know, I could be Psychics, I could be a Misty Seed this week again. But with the Endure Lychee Berry, and as well as one of my favorite moves, Reversal. So, you know, with that, I can really just run through his team. Throat Chop for Dracopult, Gunk Shot for more damage onto Zapdos, as well as not being able to proc Static on Zapdos with Gunk Shot. With Dire Claw, I'd have the chance to proc Static, and that would just end up destroying my Sneasler. So he starts Masquerada into my Latios as I take a knockoff and die. Oops. Now, one thing that, like, you know, I have been really not liking is the substitute Sub-Protect Toxic Salazzle. I really, really hate fighting it. So I really had to try and play my best into Salazzle this week. However, right now, it's not looking too hot, so... Right now, though, it is quite low, so it's at 50%. What I do is I get up the Stealth Rocks, and then I'm not too worried, as I Whirlwind it out. Now, I actually did not know that Whirlwind did not get blocked by Protect, but he Draco Meteors my Ting Lu as I just click Payback and take out his Dragapult. So Dragapult being gone is a huge boost for me this battle. Now, the fact that I was Levitate this week was stupid. Because what I should have been this week was I should have been neutralizing gas on Galarian Weezing. If I was neutralizing gas on Galarian Weezing, I would not have to worry about the Salazzle at all. So, because it could not Toxic me. Because it would not have its Corrosion ability active. So, I kind of screwed up there. But he makes the misplay of, he Terras there. I don't really know why he Terra'd, I guess. But with Salazzle down, this game just got a lot easier for me. And this freeze on Jirachi, well, very good for me. Didn't matter too much in the long game. What mattered most of all was the fact that I did not get paralyzed by static. But this also was super nice with the fact that, Endure dropping me down to 1 HP and he cannot outspeed me because I'm just way too fast. So Sneasler picks up the rest of the game with the Endure reversal there. So I guess, that wasn't too long. I guess we could do the next week. And this was also probably one of my favorite weeks. So, and yeah, it is spoiling, hey, winner! This was probably one of my favorite weeks. Whoops, I meant to click that one. Week 5 here. So this Vaporeon set here. Also, I don't know what happened to Chestnut's nickname here. But Vaporeon set here. Choice Specs with Alluring Voice. Now, if you look at his team, my idea here was, okay, he's going to lead Hisuian Samurott. He's going to click Ceaseless Edge. I've got some good physical bulk here, so I can take the Ceaseless Edge pretty well. And then with Modest and this amount of special attack, with Alluring Voice, I one-shot Hisuian Samurott. So that was my idea. And then the idea for after that was for Ting Lu to just come in, get up as many hazards as he could, because he does not have any hazard removal on his team. Now this was kind of a misplay on my end, was Misty Surge Weezing with Toxic Spikes, because Misty Surge here removes the you cannot be statused while in Misty Terrain, and I have Toxic Spikes, which is kind of counterintuitive. This should have been Levitate, this should have been Neutralizing Gas. If anything, it should have been Neutralizing Gas this week for Sylveon, Pixelate, Hyper Voices. Neutralizing Gas stops the photosynthesis boost from gouging fire if it's booster energy. And it would stop the sharpness boosting from Hisuian Samurott if my turn 1 did not go the way that I expected it to. So other than that, everything else is fairly simple. Iron Defense, Body Press, Chestnut was kind of like a fun idea that I had in mind. And then a very supportive Latios here. And then I've got pretty much the exact same set on Sneasler here, except I have upper hand for the Grassy Glide on the Rillaboom. So, but turn 1, you know, he leads what I thought, but he missed the Ceaseless Edge, and I KO with the Alarm Voice. So that turn 1 went as good as it could have. And then he goes into Bisharp, Bisharp being his Terra Captain. And that flinch on the Iron Head was super unfortunate, forcing me to Terra, just so that I didn't get KO'd. I wanted to try and keep the Terra around the best that I could for Rillaboom, but I wanted to knock off the Eviolite as soon as I could. But with him sending in Bronzong, this gives me the perfect time to be able to set up my own hazards. As I continue to set up more hazards. But, you know, he sets up 2 Calm Minds. Unfortunately, I have Whirlwind. I had Earthquake, okay. I was like, did I remember to not run Earthquake this game because of the Rillaboom? I think so. Okay. That was my line of thinking, that's right. I ran Misty Surge Wheezing this game because of the Rillaboom, that's right. Which, you know, all in all, actually not a bad idea, but I should not have been Toxic Spikes, because what's going to happen here is, like, you know, he sets up his hazard, he sets up his screens, Gouging Fire comes in, and he does not get poisoned, because the Misty Terrain is still up, so he sets up a Dragon Dance here. I'm trying to now poison him with the Sludge Wave. Should have been Sludge Bomb for the higher poison chance, but I do have Haze, so I'm not too worried about this thing setting up on me. I'm just trying to get the Sludge Wave poison. He does a lot of damage there, though, with that Psychic Fang, and now I'm just kind of not too worried. I probably should have stayed in with Galarian Weezing and just kept clicking Haze, but eh. But he gets he's continuing to get very greedy here. Another fact that, you know, he does not actually carry Morning Sun. If he had Morning Sun this game, I would be in such a bigger problem, as well as Burning Bulwark. Those are my 2 big issues in my mind. But he does send in Rillaboom here. Because he had revealed Fake Out earlier. But him having Fake Out made me think that he did not have Grassy Glide, which is actually true. He did not have Grassy Glide. Now I just gotta play around the Sucker Punch, but I decide not to. But he very smartly, you know, sets up the Swords Dance. He does not know that I have Upper Hand, though. But he gets very greedy with this extra Swords Dance, as Choice Specs Vaporeon just rips through Bisharp's health, and there's really not much the Pandemonium can do for the rest of this game. He's got, you know, Calm Mind Sylveon, but Calm Mind Sylveon cannot really do much, considering that it is poisoned. You know, I still have Weezing here, so I can just Haze him. Sorry, I've been talking so much I had to take a drink. But right now, you know, I'm just trying to clean up this game, but in my mind, like, you know, this game is basically over. And that's another thing that I also learned in this game, is that Haze does also go through Protect, so, you know, he can keep trying as much as he wants. He's not going to be able to set up the Calm Minds that he wishes. But, you know, I was just trying to let Weezing go down that entire time. As I send back in Sneasler, due to the Grassy Terrain healing, Sneasler is able to come back in on the Stealth with the Stealth Rocks up still. And I just click reversal. I've got basically a max powered reversal to where I can just kind of finish off everything else. So, that was weeks 3, 4, and 5. I guess next video then can be 6, 7, and 8. Because I do believe that this was an 8-week season. But I hope that you all enjoyed that video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe so that you don't miss any new notifications. A lot of videos coming out, so I hope that you all enjoy them. And I hope that you all have yourselves a fantastic day.